Hi, I'm Jim Covington, and I'd like to welcome you to this week's issue of ISBA Statehouse Review. Today is May 17th. There will be 4 issues I'd like to speak to you about that affect our smaller corner of the world, but in a general terms, the General Assembly is scheduled for adjournment by the end of May. If they go past May deadline, then it requires a 3/5 vote for anything that has an immediate effective date, which becomes much more difficult. The 3 major issues the General Assembly is grappling with are the Medicaid budget, pensions, and the state budget, which are quite intractable and very difficult to solve. But from our smaller corner of the world, I'd like to talk to you about 4 issues. The first one is House Bill 5434, sponsored by Representative Ann Williams of Chicago, Senator Bill Hayne of Alton, and this addresses the post-collection procedures for citation to discover assets and supplementary proceedings, and it was sparked by an article in the Wall Street Journal alleging Illinois had debtors' prisons, and what the issue was about was whether or not people had adequate notice before they were hauled into court, arrested on a body attachment or a court order. And it does a number of things to address that. The important thing that I want to bring up that's new from last week is Senator Hayne has introduced an amendment to carve out an exemption for, I believe, units of local government on prosecutions of order or judgments for municipal ordinance violations, and that probably will be attached and sent back to the House. The second bill I'd like to talk to you about is House Bill 3972, sponsored by Representative John D'Amico of Chicago and Senator John Mulrow of Chicago. It bans the use of cell phones unless you have some kind of hands-free or voice-operated mode. And what it's driving at, and as I understand these newer cars all have that, where you get a call come in, it's synced by some kind of wireless apparatus to your cell phone, and you just click a button on your steering wheel and the incoming call fills up your car and you can speak. The idea is to address the distracted driving problem with people on cell phones. The third bill I'd like to talk about is a Mechanics Lien Act amendment, and it's House Bill 3636, sponsored by Representative Kelly Burke of Oak Lawn and Senator John Mulrow of Chicago, and it attempts to reverse the impact of the LaSalle Bank National Association versus the Cypress Creek Supreme Court decision, which kind of got the lenders and the contractors in a position where they thought the rules had been changed, or the contractors did, and obviously those parties are both diametrically opposed on how to fix, if the Cypress decision needs to be fixed, depending on your view of the world. That's been heavily contested down here, and I'm not sure what, if any, result we'll get of that, but the bill is still alive and in the process, and that is House Bill 3636. The fourth and final bill I'd like to talk to you about is House Bill 5823. It amends the Health Care Services Lien Act, and it does essentially 3 things. The first thing it does, it allows petitions to adjudicate rights under this act to be served on interested adverse parties by personal service, substitute service, or registered or certified mail. And then the rest of the bill limits it to subrogation claims and right of reimbursement for claims for medical expenses. And in that regard, it proportionally reduces those subrogation claims or other claims of right of reimbursement for payment of medical expenses in the same proportion that the claimant's recovery is going to be reduced because of comparative fault or uncollectability because of low insurance proceeds on part of the tortfeasor. And the second thing it does, it requires a party asserting such a subrogation claim to bear the pro rata share of the claimant's attorney's fees and litigation expenses. And we will see you next week. Thank you.